Blessings upon you, beloved and holy friends, beloved and holy Shannon. Thank you for joining me here again on a new place. I'm still on Earth, but the positioning, the time and space in which I find myself happen to have shifted. And now we are still here in this moment, yet we are here in this moment elsewhere. Thank you for joining me. I do have two seats next to me that I might have friends join me on. Unfortunately, they're still chatting of Popjaw. I think you might be able to see them on the YouTube, imagining their faces being right about here. But I don't know if you'll be able to see them on the Reddit. I have a joint pre-rolled behind my ear. I have messy hair. Technically I have one of my shirts on, but it's kind of coolish, so I'm staying comfortable for as much as I can. And I do not have my Hermes Plur cup. I do not have my water bottle. I do not I do not have my book of things worth saying. I do not have my kalimba. I do not. Oh my goodness, it's man. I'm such a big fan. Christian sending messages on the stream in the next room. You can probably hear him talk right now. Shannon, thank you for joining me. What a pleasure. What a freaking pleasure just being able to see other people again. Today's stream topic, I feel almost came to me as like the things we were talking about today, like all of the things we were discussing consolidated into just the power of people, the power of family, the power of community. Genuinely the power of community. Like we had such cool conversations on the car ride here. We're talking about crypto, talking about the future, talking about divine feminines, talking about kids one day, talking about the government, talking about our current social economic statuses, talking about wealth creation for our futures. And it was just a pleasure, such a genuine pleasure just being able to grow with friends, talk to friends, be with friends in a way that I haven't been in a long time. And it's kind of eerie. There's this tension inside of us sometimes where we feel awkward or we don't know what we're supposed to say, or like there's this like excitement, genuine excitement to share something, and at the same time feeling like you don't know what you're supposed to be saying. So it's been beautiful, Christian. Thank you for saying hi to like Christian as well, Shannon. They're gonna join me soon, momentarily, I'm sure. Hello to you, not Ander 13, not Andrea, Andre. I don't know how I'm supposed to say your username. Ryan, hey Mel, and Christian's dad. I see the cactus. Brother Bay, isn't it trippy? It has some, pups ready for harvest as well, technically. I have to make extra sure though. Looking at the thorn structures, I'm pretty sure. Looking at the cactus, I'm pretty sure. Knowing what the flowers look like, I'm pretty sure. But I might be wrong. I might be wrong, and I'm fully willing to take the L as well. But I hope I'm not. And that's interestingly enough something that we were talking about today as well. Like there was this genuine encouragement of mine towards Christian, as what could be, what life could hold for us, what we could be doing, and how doing these things now can influence us in the future. And like Christian makes this joke about, looking 20 years into the future and us being in some sort of desolate wasteland, and them just like looking at me like, y'all, I know. No? Where's all of your happy, lovey, positivity? Things are gonna be okay now. Hmm? And I'm like, well, guess I was wrong. But at least now we're happy. At least now we have community. We have this family with one another. Loving the new scenery. Ninja Teacher. Thank you for joining me. How beautiful is this plant? With its gorgeous little flowers. A part of me wants to take those flowers off and bring them close to the camera to show you friends. But a part of me is like, that is absolute sacrilege. Do you not dare do that? So maybe I'll actually just take my phone out. I'll keep the YouTube active. You can have like a little bit of a outside window. Look at this. There's like this rampe. I don't exactly sure what you call it. Like a vine.
First time. One, two, done.
Hey, Andy, thank you for the love you're sharing with me. Sabina, even Molly, what a pleasure it is to have you here together. The change is amazing. Suck it in. Unfortunately, and it's only a mild unfortunately, I won't be able to continue streaming this beautiful space because I'll be moving to Kristen's place. I'll be moving to Kristen's place, so we'll probably have like a white background for most of these days, which is okay. Either a white background or we might actually be outside, but I'll see how much I feel into the actual being outside. So this cactus happens to have been cut multiple times. Apparently what was cut off was thrown away. There's another one here. There is another one. And this is very much indicative of what it's supposed to be, right?
Hello. Hello.
Let me switch the view.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm joining us.
Hello, boys and girls. How you doing?
Speaking of the love of the bear. And Joel is here. Even MC Wan. Nice to see you as well, Fred.
I'm sorry I'm interrupting the cactus viewing.
We're viewing cactuses, dude. Like these thorn structures. What does it for me? Man, actually that's pretty amazing. It's kind of hot. Like that's not like it's sexy. It's generated heat from standing in the sun. Yes. Explaining words. Desperate ad, what a pleasure. Thank you for joining us, Randy. Look at that Christian ass. Damn. Her like, please melt. Stop objectifying your friends. I'm sorry. That's Aloe. Change is good. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining me. It's nice to have you. So, if you friends want the full scenery, are you stretching right now? Getting ready? I'm like watching this dude stretching, and I'm like, what the fuck? Why is he stretching right now? Suddenly I get tackled out of nowhere. I told you friends I'm gonna get tackled. Oh goodness, thank you for the join us. So if you want to have the full scene, like YouTube might be the way to go. Like you'll be able to see all of us at the same time.
We have to sit a little bit more back.
Yeah, that is great.
They will hear us just fine, I promise.
Like for some reason they did some weird cropping thing with the RPAN.
Yeah, we have to sit sort of like.
Don't you dare touch me, you homos.
I can barely see me. Look at me face.
All of us, can you see us right now? This is what we look like. So if you hear voices from the ether, know that that's where it's coming from. You want to give me your phone so I can read chat? Here you go. In my hand. Thank you.
I don't have Wi-Fi, so.
Do you have the? Oh, you don't have. Shit.
You mildly kicked my joint. I'll forgive you this time, Christian.
It was the intro. It was the intro entrance of.
Straight up tackles me.
Wait.
Let's see, where's
Is my hair getting old?
No, you had something in your beard.
Some grass,
Yeah,
probably.
this is the terrible thing. I don't like how in Reddit they have like
The vertical.
the vertical.
It is what it is. Thank you. Thank you so much. Aunt B is actually tagging the.
We go from dog fights on UBS streams to human fights on
human
Mel.
fighting. Yes. You never know what you sign up for when you subscribe, when you follow the Haywire Hill Discord, friends. Right now, in this moment, please follow the Haywire Hill Discord. We might not be able to reach you otherwise very soon. Please come back.
Come back.
Please come back. We need you. We need you. Thank you. Thank you so much for the love. Eden is joining us as well, saying Wildflower. I think I've missed a few. You brought your cushion, yes!
Of course he brought his
had
cushion.
to bring the cushion.
What are you supposed to sit on? The ground? Like animals? Oh my word.
On a camping chair or something. And a new camping chair though.
I do have a new camping chair, I'll have you know.
It was so beautiful last night, like Christian had this small little baby camping chair. It got like so wrecked, and He was like yesterday, like in a sense of just genuine pride
An
and
eyeball.
accomplishment.
It
I got
was.
it, and it is.
So-
Not it was, it is.
No, no, no,
It
no.
was like I got this new camping chair, and it was just this real snapshot.
And Esther's mom looks at him and she just starts cackling.
The major accomplishment is that the first time I bought that camping chair, right? I saw this big sale happening in Macro. It's one of these. It's basically like the Walmart, or what's it called?
Yeah, it's like a wall. It's,
It's
like
like the Walmart of America.
what do you call them exactly?
I
They're
forget
warehouses.
them.
Like
They're-
the warehouse shopping
I
centers.
forget them, but
Wholesalers.
anyway,
Wholesale,
wholesale,
there we
whatever.
go.
It's like the big furniture store or everything store basically, and they were selling like 150 rand sale on camping chairs. And I'm like-
$150?
And I'm like, dude, there's no way.
That's like $10. That's like 10 American dollars.
There's no way I'm going to miss like $150 sale on a camping chair. Are you joking? So I grabbed this thing, bro, and I'm chuffed as fuck. I'm so happy. I'm like, oh yeah, I got a camping chair for 150 rand, bro. This is so epic. And then I'm about to flex on all of my friends, and so I pull it out of the bag, and then I unfold it, and this thing is literally like a dwarf camping chair. It's like it's a kiddies camping chair. It's called so the camping chair brand was called like Camping Junior, and I didn't read it obviously because I was too excited about like there's a sale on a camping
A
chair.
$10
Are you
camping
joking?
chair.
I'm grabbing this fucking thing. And it comes out and it's this fucking tiny ass little chair, and that's why I'm so proud of the current one that I have.
Yeah,
Essentially
which was
to-
also bought on a
Essentially
giant
to
sale.
circle back, which was also 150 rand, but this time it was an actual
Oh.
adult size.
Yo, dude, that thing got
camping
a
chair.
So
wreck
much
that
more of the
boogie.
fractal.
Dude, that I can't believe that thing's still functioning after the torrential downpour it received during fucking boogie, dude.
You actually went though with it.
It was.
Did you go with only that camping chair?
No, we went with
yeah,
two.
but
He went with one, I went with one.
with me on camping chair, yeah.
Just imagining you like pulling out this camping chair, dude, and it's like this big.
It was
camping
comical.
chair.
It was comical. It was honestly comical.
I sit.
It was an experience.
Oh goodness.
The like amazingness of life, bro. Just the smallest things.
It's the whole trio. Jovan
Hello.
joining us. Thank you for joining us. So I want to say thank you just because like Kayana actually became a Patreon supporter yesterday, and I
Whoa.
was like, "Who's Kayana?" And I was like, "It's Jovan's best friend," and Jovan is also a supporter. So I was just like melting. I was like,
Whoa.
Thank you, thank you so much, my friend. It's like unfortunately the YouTube comments
Yo,
get
dude, that's
heated.
so
It's,
bad.
it's tough, man.
It's really
tough.
brutal.
Okay, I wanna straight up come out and say this on stream. Like there are times I comment on the YouTube videos and Mel doesn't even see my comment. bro.
And it's not his
He
fault.
just- he
It's
just
because
goes
it
over.
goes
He doesn't
bonk,
even
and
doesn't
then
even
gone.
care. I'm sitting there for like solidly half an hour waiting for him to read my comment, and it doesn't happen. Guys, don't take it personally, man. It's not his fault. It's not his
It's not my fault, yo. I really want to read your comment.
He really tries, literally for every single one of you. Every single one of you. He wants to read your comment. He wants to make a comment on it. If it doesn't happen, yo, sorry, sorry, man. Just
Like, come back tomorrow and try again.
Yo, nah, just
And
send
technically,
another message.
I do it infinitely. So if you keep showing into infinity, eventually, right? Like, odds, it has to
You see,
kind of lead
you and I
into
have
your
very
direction.
different mentalities. If it doesn't work the first time, I'm gonna keep spamming you until it works. It's not,
Into infinity.
dude.
we actually have a very
Thank you
nice
so much.
background happening. I'm always so
Right.
jealous of the backgrounds that you have of the farm.
Dude, look at this.
And the beautiful like scenery that happens behind you with the sunset going down behind the trees. And here we're grateful enough to have some sort of like cactus environment. Is that one of the peyote cactuses, by the way? That's the peyote cactus?
They just had like
Okay,
a
yeah.
giant look at it.
What?
They just stood up and looked at it, bro.
I definitely didn't walk up with my camera and be like, whoa, what? Cactus. No, definitely I didn't.
You didn't do that.
I didn't know. No,
Oh,
I wouldn't do
Is that
something
what
like
you were
that.
doing when I?
No, definitely
Oh.
not.
Oh, that makes sense.
I also see the lemon tree you're talking about. That's much lemons.
It is the
Dude,
first thing
that's
that I
a
noticed.
Shit ton of lemons, right there in our lemon tree garden over here. We're blessed in South Africa, ladies
a
and
lot of
gentlemen.
lemons.
We are blessed. Please, all of you, come.
Come, please.
All of you, come immigrate to South Africa. Let's start communities over here. You guys have no idea the opportunity that is available in SA, man. It's so underwhelming how it's portrayed.
You probably won't make a lot of money at first. Blink, it happens. No worries. Hey, Shanna. I hope you're well today. How's your hike? Thank you for the love, Shannon. Thank you so much. Like, it's a dying? Yeah, this is why I manifested
Lighters.
more lighters than the one that's
Whoa,
around my
this is
neck.
very similar to the old one that you left at my place.
I left a
was,
comb at your place as well, right?
Yeah, you did. It's still there. Don't worry. I actually use it to scratch my head in the middle of the night. Like I'll wake up and I have this massive itch on my scalp, so I just grab the comb and just like scratch.
I mean, you do have better hair genetics than me, so maybe I'll get something.
That's relative.
That's
Get
so
some of that
funny.
goodness, dude. Whatever you scratched off, dude. Hopefully I can get some.
It's
Maddie
all
again.
it's all in that comb, bro. All of
So
my
Vina on the YouTube, we always have to wait like half an hour to get the messages read on Reddit. Luckily, Reddit messages are still around, or Melty would only read like 1% of any messages. You don't know that, Savina.
You're right.
Get it
You
called
know-
No,
out.
you're right.
Get
Listen,
down.
when you have an overwhelming amount, it's difficult, man.
It can be.
It's so difficult to read everyone's messages and respond to it. I appreciate my friend for trying so damn hard to get those messages in, man. To respond to everything that you guys have to say. Desperately, this is the big limitation of our technology right
God,
now.
this
We
is really
cannot. It's not physically possible to respond to everyone.
There we go. Joel is joining us, or Fash, if on this thing. Thank you for joining us, Joel. Love to you. Right? It is a scene. It's kind of a scene. It's like being encapsulated
Yep.
here right now. There's like vines growing on the walls. There's this beautiful cactus entity.
Oh, never mind.
Aloes with like vines growing out of the aloe. There's other things growing inside that aloe. I think it's just grass. It's
It
just
is just
straight up
grass.
grass being like away.
Dude,
living
grass,
on the
grass is
ground
one of
and
the
stuff.
most ridiculous things. Why would you pass that to me?
Yes, see, where's my joint pass? Thank you.
Sorry.
Thank you, Johan.
I was
My
I was doing
bestest
the
of friends.
anti-clockwise, pass to the
Yeah,
left.
I see the flames, Christian.
Nah, he passed right. So
Absolutely melting right now. Oh! Oh!
Also, howdy to everyone that said something on the Reddit.
We will see.
We will see it.
Technically, we are seeing you, but
Yeah.
we're only seeing but parts
Do,
of
do
you.
they know Johan?
They know of
Do-
Johan.
Do they know of Johan?
I tell them about
I
Johan.
must introduce Johan if they should not
They
know
they
Johan.
they should know me. I will stick my face in here if no one knows me.
This
Ha.
is Johan. He is an entity
I live. I
that lives on
exist.
planet Earth, as you do.
And I can give you my emotions.
What the fuck?
So
He just
Johan,
made
that-
words.
that's
I'm
another.
dead
That's
in.
another introduction we have to do to Johan. Our boy over here is currently working towards doing his master's eventually in AI programming. So to be more specific, heuristics.
Yeah,
So
hyper-heuristics.
hyper heuristics that can develop other heuristics and other hyper heuristics. I'm just saying off the top of my head. I did his thesis recently and I shat myself. So it's we're not sitting with anybody over here. We're sitting with one
Nah,
of the
dude,
possible
you can't give me that much credit.
Future
one of
leaders
the manifesting. We're
the
manifesting
planet.
right now, Johan, as Estian would constantly say. We're
Yes.
manifesting the energies of him eventually becoming one of the leading heads in AI development.
Thank you. I appreciate
If
it.
not the
100%.
leading head in AI development. So let's put that message out there into the world and make it something that we can believe in.
I will attempt. I'm going to give it my damnedest.
Like, if anything, dude, you're growing those fractals. We're thinking about
It's
things.
just by thinking about it, dude.
Yeah.
I still think even if you're not going to believe in the mystic side, just by thinking about it, you're putting energy towards this idea. And by thinking about it more, you become more conscious about the ideas, and thus they grow and grow and grow and bigger into something that works.
You become more. You cannot not become any more than you are. Lighter? Here it
It's in
is.
your lap.
There we go. Thank you, Kira Burr, for joining us. I see you, Fred. We have, I think, are we on the front page right now? No, we're not. I see new friends that I haven't seen before. Garbage
Ayo.
stink hands. Interesting username, friend. What is my
Nice.
darkest secret?
What is
What
your
is your
darkest
darkest
my
secret?
darkest
secret?
secret?
I
Estian,
didn't know
admit-
this.
A bunch of dark secrets came up that I do not feel inclined to share right now.
That's why they're the darkest.
No, I cannot share.
The darkest
secret.
of the dark. Pick one of those. Pick like one out of the bag.
I mean, yes, dude. That is some hectic shit that I'm thinking right now. Yo, like I'm like maybe this dark secret. No,
No, dude, you're
this one is too
overthinking it
dark.
now. It's
How
not
about this?
happening.
How about this dark secret? No, no, that one is way too dark as well. How about? I mean, yes, I'm overthinking it way too much. I'm thinking
How about that experience of sleeping with an Asian girl in China?
that is definitely not a dark secret. There's nothing dark about that experience, dude.
I thought it was fucking amazing. Hearing it on the first time, it was like,
Why do I keep doing
I mean, it was
holy fucking shit.
it was absolute insanity.
It was
Surely.
insanity, yes. but
Surely.
that to me would be like my
No, no,
darkest-
no. Yeah,
Hey,
darker
dude,
things
you
have
have
happened.
started something.
I
You
don't
have
know.
no idea
Would you
what
tell
you've
anyone about
started.
this? Would you?
I mean, I wasn't the one at
Still a
fault.
secret. It's still like a deep, dark secret.
I told you about this. Thank you, Christian. It's just-
You said it's not a secret.
How about this thing? How about this thing you don't actually regularly talk about? Hold it! Stop it! What are you doing?
You have experienced this.
Shush.
I'm usually on a farm.
He's so used to being in the
There's usually
farm.
nobody around.
He's so used to being on a farm that he doesn't realize in a small suburban area you have neighbors. And those neighbors have their own lives. Normally, it's acceptable to be slightly more quiet in respect of those neighbors and their privacy and the world that they want to live in. It's something that I've realized. This is okay. I'm gonna go deep. I'm gonna go deep. I'm sorry for anyone I'm offending out there. That's not the intention. I'm just literally explaining my own observation.
The panic voice.
Rich children that are raised in very wealthy families that are well off, that have so much space around them that the neighbors are literally so far away that they can't hear them. They can be loud, they can scream, they can laugh, they can be as dramatic as they want to be, you know, they can make a lot of noise. That's not acceptable in the smaller communities. If you're really living in like an apartment environment and you're going, you know, other neighbors are gonna be like, dude,
Bruh.
shut the fuck up.
Nah, dude. All I'm now seeing is
Shut
the
the fuck up.
entire apartment block being like, you know what? Fuck it. We're not caring anymore.
Face melted all you guys together. That's what I look like. True though. Unironically true. Like if Aiden had all of our collective faces, that is what Aiden looks like, dude. And his voice is gorgeous. dude.
Wow.
He has this voice that like draws you. You're like, I need to lay down and just listen to this person's
Yeah,
voice.
dude, I just call that the David Attenborough voice. You just have. I don't know if I'm right.
This is more like you feel so wholesome.
No.
You know, like absolute wholesomeness to the max. So wholesome that you completely overlook the fact that you keep getting passed on the joint pass. Give me a fist bump, please. Thank you, friend.
Pardonnez-moi.
It's the love. Oh.
Dude, I've been really failing in that. In all honesty, like every time recently since I've been passing, I have completely forgotten about the fist bump
Yo,
principle.
dude, how could you? We
No,
made a
but-
cult.
I know. I'm very aware of that. I really am very aware of that. But, dude, I haven't. Honestly, it's been a very long
fine,
time.
dude. It's
been a
really
very
okay,
long
nobody
time
cares.
Since I've been in a group to pass
So
around.
just to explain, every single time we pass the joint to one another, we do like a fist bump to pass it, but also pass it with the end of acknowledging and touching actually the person you're passing it to. So it's this honoring of one another, and I mean, it's not like we were doing it actively for the last. Oh
I don't know,
goodness, it's been
4 years,
it's been
5
5 months
years.
again. You know, like we're just not happening at all in your life. So
It's true though, and the reason for that is like I don't feel the need to, and this is a very important message out there, and that this is the reason why this substance should be considered completely non-addictive, because it isn't. It's
You
not
want to stop, you
addictive.
can.
Your body does not depend on this in any way, shape, or form. There is no chemical reaction that
There's no
makes you feel like you require this. It's entirely mental.
you convince yourself you need something.
I can't read that. I'm
What?
sorry.
Who needs tears? It's another friend who joined us. Thank you for joining us, and thank you, Shannon, for the acknowledgement that you share, my friend. Forget that first bump, skip the next passing. So, Sovina, it doesn't even have to be a fist bump. Like what we just did, like I just put out my pinky a little bit and he just presses
It's just
the,
acknowledgement.
it's just like I see you. I look at you as I pass through this joint. You know, because you see with your hands as well. I'm glad my voice is wholesome. I've never was a huge fan of my voice, so it feels quite nice as a compliment.
Dude,
You,
our pleasure.
Aiden, are not only this much loved, but it keeps going.
And it doesn't stop,
Doesn't
dude.
stop ever.
It doesn't stop. That's the ridiculous thing.
So much love, dude. Thank you for joining us, Aiden. It's a pleasure being able to love you in this moment. Joe, you can share your interview. Why am I reaching forward? I'm like, my brain is like, wait a second. What? This is
It's
cumbersome.
the effort he puts in
This is cumbersome.
actively. It's for the YouTube viewers out there as well.
Oh, thank you. I love you, friends, to bits. Honestly.
It's kind of symbolic in a way, you know, like every time you see him leaning forward, it's the
Nah, dude, you
symbolism
just
of
used to look
him
down.
scrolling down the screen and actually trying to view your comments. And it's
Talking
quite-
about
Moving.
Miss Mars, thank you. That's great. Thank you for joining us at this moment, or just for allowing us to share this, right? Like, I genuinely think of this as this experience of being able to tune into a space, right? Like, we have transcended time and space. We are global right now. There's people all over the world in this same space right now. It is bonkers.
It's bonkers, dude.
It is bonkers, and you're feeling things.
It is absolutely concerning and scary.
Oh, God.
That is the truth. That is the truth because I don't know how
Thank you.
you're capable right now of sitting in front of like thousands of viewers just smoking a day in their face, dude. Like, and then passing it to a bunch of friends that are like just as chill. They're like, yeah, whatever.
Dude,
Life
this,
and
see,
stuff.
in my opinion, this
Love
is what
true.
this is what the actual
Love is
internet
true.
is supposed to be. A place where people can go and share information and share ideas and spend time together so that distance doesn't matter anymore.
It doesn't.
Dude, it's ridiculous. It's such an incredible invention.
And I feel it's almost like we're training ourselves, right? Like we're realizing that we can feel love no matter where we are.
Dude, it's just no what and in other terms it is simply the ability to connect and understand because where we've been so disconnected that we've lived alone for most of human existence. Now, I spend most of my time with other people. I spend quite a lot of time alone, but with Discord and spending time like that, I've started doing more time on my own, but at some point I literally spend more time with people than I did on my own, and that's an crazy feeling.
Did you imagine what the future of society is going to look like? If we actually understand the value of the individual in that way.
Dude, if we just simply understand each other, everyone would be so much more trusting. There wouldn't be these constant trust issues between
Dude,
each
trust.
other, bro. Dude, it's ridiculous. Trust is this sounds like this huge word. How could you have trust when it should be completely the opposite? It should be how the fuck can you not?
Dude, I have this beautiful thing said to me. Listen. This beautiful thing that says to me, find a reason to trust people.
Find a reason to trust people, but when they give you every indication that you should not trust them, do
No.
not.
No,
But
don't.
you see, you have both of those dualities in that statement.
Here's the problem, right? Sometimes you just want to love someone, man. Sometimes you meet someone that you love so much. It could be a stranger. You don't have. There's a love that you feel for a lot of things. It's not just your spouse. It's not just something that you sexually find attractive. You can love someone for just the existence that they are and
What they bring
the
to
lesson
world.
that they bring into your life. It can be a mentor. It can be like just a friend that you make at work. It can be literally so many things that you fall in love with that doesn't necessarily have to mean like I want to fucking marry this thing and have sex with them. That's a whole different feeling. That is a whole different
And
love.
they can be misconstrued though sometimes.
I agree, sure. Yes, they can be misconstrued, although when I say that I love a printer, it doesn't necessarily mean like, I want fuck that printer.
And yet there are probably more scans
Oh no.
than you can imagine. Christian! Clearly people love the printers enough.
No.
I'm sorry. He says I was sorry. Christian was being so beautifully poetic and like I actually shouldn't have said anything. And then I have to say something like I'm so sorry. Please continue. You're right. You are right, Christian. You are so right. And that's such a beautiful point.
Funny.
Like we love is the truth, right? And that love has different spectrums to it. It has different levels. It has different interpretations. And you are the one that interprets.
So I think where he was trying to take it is that even though you might have these people that you want to love, they then show
Like this.
they then show you that they might have a side that you can't trust, and then you find it difficult to continue with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still think it boils down to that it's your choice, and I think that it should be everyone's choice to not do that. And that's the more aim. I understand that it happens, and you should always take things for what they are. Never blind yourself because you want to be ignorant to some fact. Understand it for what it is, and continue with that. And I think that's an incredible important lesson.
Dude, actually paying attention to how things make you feel, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's so difficult to know if we're right. That is the real thing. Like, what is right?
Dude, especially when it comes to other people. Because
Yeah.
it's all perspective.
Exactly. So how does it make you feel? You know, and do you want to continue feeling that way indefinitely? That gives you a lot of perspective on whether or not you actually trust someone. But then again, you can feel love for every single person you see.
You could still love something without. That's weird, but you could still love something without trusting it.
Exactly.
Yeah, you could.
Exactly. What?
You could. I don't know if it's healthy,
Traps.
but
I'm facing that conundrum on a daily basis. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
see, in my mind, I'm gonna tell you what I think. I think that by loving something, you allow it to trust other people, and by trusting other things, it itself. I mean, in any animal, humans included, feel like they can trust as well, and by trusting as well, they then are more trustworthy.
That is true. But like I feel like it's very much reinforced with like reward in our current existence, right? Like you're gonna feed something. Like I think we're gonna park it for a
Yep.
bit. You can feed something over and over again, and eventually it will start trusting you. So
Yeah.
does it interpret you feeding it as just the reward of actual food, or does it interpret you as loving it and as a result of that trusting you more?
See, I don't know. That's very interesting. I would like to say that it understands love, but it's maybe not the smartest thing to presume that animals have the capacity to love to the same degree that we have. They may love, but it may
they don't
not.
have compassionate love.
That may be true.
Like a dog won't like I mean in rare circumstances, but a dog won't stop eating its bone that's like super juicy and full of like scraps of meat still and leave it for the other dog. Like I've never in my existence seen that happen. And it's like that sometimes bothers me, right? Like even I have a bunch of dogs, right? I really try to be super loving to every being, right? So I'm
And
like,
then the
you
dog's
get
like,
something,
"This is mine."
then you get something,
And
then,
this sometimes
then
bothers
you
me.
get something, and then I give like my blind, deaf, wrecked dog, you know, I give him a treat, and the treat drops to the floor, and the other dog is like, mine, and I'm like, bro, no, that's not yours, dude. He's deaf and blind, dude. Shame. Let him just have
They
to
don't know
subscribe.
that, bro.
I know, dude.
They don't know that.
But that's the thing with compassionate love.
Dude, that's why every time what's that dog's name? Your dog's blind.
Bingo.
Bingo.
Dude, Bingo.
He's so
Aw.
wrecked. He's so wrecked. I give him scratches. It's just like at first he's like, oh, what's happening? And then he's like, oh, scratches, fine. Thank you.
Oh, buddy.
Oh.
Also, we have missed a couple YouTube
Yeah,
chats.
sorry, friends. Let me actually scroll
Dude,
back a little
that,
bit.
That dog.
The space is pretty much the only social interaction I get daily. I appreciate it and everyone here so much.
Oh, dude, we're very
That's true,
blessed.
but Shannon is also like in the middle of like infinity and the most breathtaking like greenery and these beautiful trees and like
Oh, wow.
oh, it's wonderful. Thank you, Shannon, for joining us, friend, and for spending some social time with us. That's why I like saying I don't like you right now, but I still love you. And knowledge that there are parts of people that we don't particularly like, and despite that, we can still, ooh, who needs tears? You actually made the point before we did, I
Yeah,
think.
dude.
Thank you so much for that. That is why I love the Greek. They have several different words for love. Eros being sexual love, agape being self love. I don't remember
Mm,
the word, but there is a word for brotherly love, among others. How
that's
beautiful.
really cool.
Thank you for sharing that, Aiden. I'm actually curious, kind of like
I
what the
kind of want to
brotherly
go
love
read up
word
more on
is.
that later. That's
Please.
really cool.
Sometimes, though, we get caught up
Hmm.
in the inconvenient facts that there are just one offs, someone's mistake, and that doesn't really represent who the person is.
Yeah, that's also very true. Dude, in the moment, decisions are hard because you can't think of everything, and sometimes you make the wrong call at the wrong time, and it can totally be a
You
onslaught,
listen
dude.
to how you feel instead of completely acknowledging that there are facts. My mind. Thank you. Absolutely, Shavina. You don't have to be right. I believe you can be right and argue about it, or you can be happy and let it go. It doesn't change anyone's perspective being right. Yeah.
Wow.
Sometimes even the opposite, right? Where it's like, oh, you think you're right, so that means I'm wrong, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well,
Uh,
you can technically.
anything. Really? Really?
Yeah.
With an infinity? Just zoom out, just see the planet. A little spoil ball in front of your eyes. Oh! All of us, all at the same time. Fine. Zoom out more. The sun. Being circled by small little planets. Oh, okay. The
Dude,
galaxy.
can I just
Are
something that blows my mind every time I hear it,
no, no, no. Please.
dude, is that the sun makes up 99.9% of
Of the
all matter and mass in our
Oh
solar
my god.
system.
It's so
Just think
heavy.
about how massive that
It's
is.
so heavy.
Bro, if you think about how big our planet is, that's less
You
than
have to.
0.1% the mass of our sun.
It takes.
Like a dust
Dude,
grain.
dust green. It's ridiculous.
And still, the things in life that you are exposed to are very important. The things you can influence. I cannot influence the entire bloody fucking galaxy right
You
now.
can't.
I cannot influence all of the galaxies around that right now. But I can influence the people around me, and I
Mhm.
can influence the people that I can reach out to, whether physically, virtually, whatever. But once again, there's only so much I can influence.
Dude,
And that
that's
time also involves yourself, bro. How much time do you want to spend on yourself? How much time do you want to spend on the people
dude,
that you love or
I
you hold dear?
I fully believe that you can't give what you don't have, and you can give yourself anything, and thus you will have anything, but you need to have it first.
Dude, like that ties in so beautifully with this understanding that the universe can only give you that which you believe you deserve.
And if you think you deserve it, you'll give it to yourself.
Yeah,
Dude,
exactly. You'll give it to yourself first. You'll be like, oh yeah, this thing that I think everybody needs. What is it? Love.
Love.
I just give it to yourself first. Like, unironically, look at yourself in the mirror and compliment yourself. It might feel awkward the
It
first few
does feel
times.
awkward, but it's really nice.
It's you can use words to say things to yourself.
No,
So-
dude.
and it can be good stuff you can say to yourself. Hey, I'm feeling amazing. Love is beautiful. Look at this beautiful tree. Don't you think that's amazing? Just say that to yourself. And then it's like, hmm.
You know what? I'm right.
Yeah, that's kind of right.
Dude.
Love is true, in fact. Oh, influence everyone around me. Thank you, Molly, for trying to make that influence a positive one. Savina, but just as an ant, tiny to us, and we are tiny to the planet. Earth is tiny compared to some other planets, to our solar system, and them tiny compared to the sun. I'm tripping out whether or not I'm saying things that you've already said, or you're saying things that I've already said. Maybe.
Dude.
Savina, yes, exactly that. And yet, the significance of this moment, the significance of you experiencing this moment, everything around you, the people you've had in your life, the people you're still
Dude.
gonna meet in your life.
Something that's still incredible to me is the fact that I can go pluck and I can pull matter and change it, dude.
Dude, it remembers that you did this,
Dude, I'd like this is being a god to do this. Literally, nothing else can just do, animals can, things that are alive, but the inanimate world exists. It doesn't change. Dude, it's
They don't imagine they have any control. So
Dude,
they don't.
So they don't. Dude, it's the weirdest thing.
Whoa, what a trip that is!
Dude, they can't imagine. They don't get the biology to imagine.
What? I think maybe tools, right?
What do you mean?
Tools is where we really started realizing, oh, I can change things.
Yes, I agree. The first invention of like, oh, stick, I can whack thing with it. Wait, stick make easier to whack, and so that understanding of the influence you have over,
You have power.
dude.
You are empowered. Chunk. The human awakening. What a trip. Someone says, I'll read some more. The cactus
hold
is
on,
the
hold on.
healing me. You wanna
Just check.
just check his notifications.
Wow.
No. What
Just-
did you check?
Just check the time.
The time?
That was the check.
It's been 45 minutes.
Dude, it's been 45 minutes. I can't believe it's been 45 minutes.
Time dilation.
Dude.
Good to see you again, Mel. Good to see you again, friend. Joel here. Ninja Peach. Desperate ass. Thank you for joining us, friend. Nice to have you. Change is good. The cactus is a healing being. I genuinely believe that on more levels than one. Christian, those gorgeous glasses. He's hiding his eyes.
Dude, no, he can't see. Like
You think that's it?
Yes.
He doesn't have his normal prescriptions here?
Oh, is he Oh, does he have his sunglasses on? He's hiding his eyes.
Yeah,
100%.
he does that sometimes. He really expresses with his eyes, and sometimes it could be soul piercing. So he he does hide it, and humans can achieve can equally be huge. Absolutely. Again, thank you, Sofina. Positive affirmations are so helpful to our perception of self. Thank you for affirming positively with me in this moment. I appreciate it. I was expanding on what you said, Melty. No need to trip. Trip is beautiful, Sofina. It is synchronicity. It is seeing in the universe
It's understanding.
that understanding, right? Thank you. It's so beautiful. Christian says, Philia, love you friends and equals, or like a sweet old married couple, for example,
Wow,
JK.
thank you.
Thank you, Aiden. We have jokingly, talked about having been in this moment
Many times.
infinite amount of times, right? That is being like, oh yes, of course. Billions of lifetimes. So yes, that too, Aiden. Thank you, friend, for the love. I know I deserve the things I want in life, and starting today, fear will no longer immobilize me. It is the start of a new Shannon. Here,
Good.
here to take on life, facing it head on, because I can, because you can.
Because you can.
You can break off a blade of grass with intention, of like this blade of glass. Brave, brave areas of grass. When I drop it, when it hits the earth, a pulse of love so powerful will ripple through the entire universe that it will help all beings. I don't know if it worked,
I have no idea.
but
But I
I
hope.
felt it for a moment at least.
Maybe
Thank
check
you.
forward again.
Just for the YouTube
Uh,
comments. I can. A brotherly love, basically. It depends on context in Greek. Thank you. I was just talking about the word. Like, what exactly is the word in Greek? I'll probably like look it up a little bit later. Friends of Meld Melt My Day. You're a friend of me, friend. Thank you for being a friend at this moment.
Dude, thank you for sharing.
We go from dog fights on Uncle Becky's stream to human fights in Melty. I missed that comment, or I really missed it, but I think I kind of like let it go. Uncle Becky has so many dogs right now on the hill, and they're characters, every single one of them. So like the fact that we're characterizing as well today is beautiful.
Dude, I'm so happy.
Thank you, Anvi, for the YouTube tag as well. This is better Uncle Becky's friend. Puppy's wrestling. Thank you for the love, friend. I knew they were being sus passed on the front yard. I don't have a YouTube account, but I can watch you. So happy for you. Love to you, Miss Molly. I think you might have actually made one by now. Who's the hippie? I think we're all hippies,
Well, I think.
friend.
Wait, who are you referring to?
Hippie, at least in the way you spelled it, I consider it an acronym for highly intellectual person pursuing inner enlightenment. So yes, we are in fact hippies, friend. Thank you for the compliment. Meltmore, a legend. Thank you, and B for the love. The middle one is Meltmore. No idea on the other two, but they seem equally as crazy. Thank you for that.
Yes.
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 All of us are equally as insane as we are sane to be in
Mhm.
this moment instead of not being in this moment at all. So thank you for choosing to be here right now. Happy Saturday, Melton Moore. Love to you. True story. Is today the day of the Kool-Aid? Traditional flour No, friend, no days of Kool-Aid, right? Our encouragement is life, infinitely. Never stop, never stopping. Keep sharing love until you cannot share love anymore.
Yo, dude, we're just like gonna do it.
Yeah? And then if you keep sharing love until you die, then love was shared until you die. So, huh? You know,
Everyone benefits.
you can argue, please. Gave tree hug. Thank you for the love, Aunt Bean. Thank you for the hug. Joel, here to share the interview. How did the interview go, indeed, Joel? Please let us know. We know you, friend.
we'd
What's your
love to
darkest
know.
secret? Who do I get in that rotation? Amazing energy. Grin Reaper. The Grin Reaper.
Grin Reaper. Wow.
Gonna come and reap your grins. Now I'm like curious.
I feel like it's somebody that wants to make someone laugh. Because you take smiles.
Instead of just having someone full
Let me know.
smile, you take the smile and then they just have a grin on their face left. I don't know how to grin. How do you grin? Do you grin with teeth?
No, you close, you close your mouth.
Why I'm over analyzing. How does grinning work? Human inputs. You contract this face muscle and then this face muscle.
Yeah.
And you pull these two up and these four down.
And then you close your
And your
mouth.
brain just does that
Yep.
for itself. Who these tears? I don't know what that comment said. I don't need anyone. I don't need anyone or anything. All I need is myself, and I believe in myself and my abilities.
Yep.
That you
Yep.
are.
Yep.
You've never been anywhere other than in this moment.
Dude. And you are always enough for your entire life. You've always been enough to get to where you are, so never worry that you won't be enough to continue getting to where you need to go.
You've been supported, not
Dude.
even just enough. Like every breath you've taken. Right?
Dude.
You can let go of your breath, not worrying if there's another breath waiting for you.
Dude, did you tell them about the dolphin thing?
Yeah, I did. Like they
Dude.
told me.
Okay, they told you, and he told me.
Yes,
And you know what's the
just-
most incredible thing about dolphins that need to take conscious breath? Is our body what is gonna live. We don't need to ever worry about making it. We just need to give it the right things and it will continuously operate until it can't. Like until it hits the ground, can't. And that is support. Like breathe. Like yes, we will live.
Don't stop. Not stopping. Because of that conscious breathing thing, dolphins sleep only with one hemisphere of their brain.
Yeah, they have to keep their motor skills going. It's ridiculous.
Oh!
Imagine that, dude. Dolphins have always been operating on half efficiency because they sleep and then sleep and then sleep. I don't know if that's true. That would be
No, it is
funny.
actually true. I'm
Did
serious.
they spend their entire life sleeping?
They
though?
sleeping on one. No. They
See,
sleep
that's
on-
what I mean.
No. They still have waking hours, but they
Yeah.
sleep only on one hemisphere at a time.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy.
What the? I'm like, I should just remember that. Right here with us. Very much right here. Because they communicate, they have names, they have accents.
I feel like what these things mean. Like the fact that you have the
Yeah.
precision.
It
Like
changes
some
things.
small things that we're an animal that can do this, or only animal that can do this. We're the only animal that can do this, and we have the biggest range of motion in our hand.
So, just as a trippy fact, you know what?
Dude, it's crazy. No other animal can do this. Nothing can rotate in their elbow.
Dolphins rock.
A dolphin.
The radical. Yes, the Maldred. I thought that sounds like it must be a beautiful shaman thought, and it was. Love to you, shaman. You're the one that understands it, friend. Shaman with us.
Oh, it's
I'm
talking about-
not worried anymore. I'm done letting other people and things hold me back from being all I know I am and all I'm capable of. What you're capable of, Shannon, is love. Right? How love will be true in your immediate experience is what your truth should be.
Dude, and I think it goes even further to the sense that you're capable of anything you truly put your mind to it.
Yeah.
That is the fact that you can move your arm is enough evidence that you have complete control over what happens to you.
Dude, so much control. And we are letting go of it. More than ever, we're letting go of it.
We're giving it up. That's the thing. And that's the
Just moving your fingers is you practicing control. And now we're choosing to do less of that than ever. I feel it's gonna be okay to go all the way, but you're gonna have to keep your body viscerally alive at the same time.
yeah. All of this is more in pursuit of life than it is of not living.
Exactly,
dude.
dude.
And that's
Exactly.
big, dude.
Like, we want to live. That's why we came here to live.
Mm-hmm.
And we cannot live forever. It's impossible. Even if we figure out how to do it in some sort of contrived technological way, the heat death of the universe will take away our sources for that technology to continue. And then it will have to transcend to the next step. There is no way you can be anywhere else than in this moment. The context of this moment will always change. It has never stopped changing for any of us.
Mm-hmm.
Here you are. Everywhere you go, there you are.
It's crazy.
It is such a trip. And you are always the same thing. You've just had this context. Sorry for the bit.
No, dude.
You have this context. You have this story that you tell yourself. And you
Mhm.
have the power to realize that story and to actually consciously shape it. Ah, Joe, love you so much. Thank you for being the beautiful friend that you are, and have helped me more than you know. Shannon, thank you.
Thank you for
friend.
joining us.
Thank you for being in the space with us. Yo, how do I get that invitation? Thank you again, friend.
You have a
Would love
phone.
to. I do have a phone.
I'm gonna just
Thank
remind
you,
don't
thank you.
worry.
It's such a it's like literally almost like in my biology at this
I
point,
know it's
right?
because I can
It's like
believe,
literally
dude.
in my being. So
I
it's because
believe,
usually,
dude.
you know, the way that I scroll
Yeah.
normally, I'm closer to the
Yeah.
screen at least.
No,
So
dude, it's no worries.
it's
For
such a
our
trip.
mind,
I'm like
dude.
acknowledging it, right? Again, the story we tell ourselves. So I'm like, okay, I recognize it and I can consciously change it. In this moment, I am not a slave to my patterns.
Mm-hmm.
Straight up, I want to join the circle. You are in the
You
circle.
dude, what do you mean you want to join
Literally
the
in this
circle? You're
moment. I just
literally into
heard your
tapping,
words.
bro.
You just said something to me. I was like, oh wait, I see
Dude.
you. Thank you.
Dude.
Thank you, Albi, for the love. Love is absolutely the truth. Just asking every time, what are you doing? Friend, it's up for you to decide that. Alright? I can be having a conversation with friends. I can be speaking random sounds into the infinite universe, like a bird sings little songs. What am I doing, friend? What are you doing?
Dude, everything is just a perspective you assign to doing to the thing. It's
the one
totally your
power.
choice, dude. You have everything.
Oh,
It's ridiculous.
AI, as in asthma, intimidation.
Dude,
That is
we-
an
we are
important field.
so far.
Yes. Yes, asthma, intimidation.
That's important. Flu.
Yes. Where are you guys from? We're all living in South Africa.
Yeah, we live
right
in South
now.
Africa.
Thank you, friend. We have a friend that's from Bulgaria, but you're also born in South
Yeah, I
Africa.
was
right?
born here.
That does sound dark. What do you farm? Not anything right now. Technically, we have a few nut trees planted, but we have a lemon tree.
We
I
have a
think that you're
lemon tree.
probably referencing. It has lemons on it. More than we
I could eat.
could want to eat in our
Yeah.
imaginable future right now.
Dude.
Looking at those lemons, they don't inspire all of these fractals of me eating them.
Dude.
Maybe like squeezing a little bit and then
Nah.
being okay again for a while, but no consumption of
Dude,
hundreds of
plants,
lemons.
plants are still crazy to me. They're just like, you know what, I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna grow, bro.
I think of it as like little fractals though, right?
Yeah, dude.
Because it starts from like a small version of
and then
itself,
goes.
and then it just,
Dude.
and then as it does that, it complexifies. It like the round fractal turns into these slices of the
Yeah,
fractal,
and
and
then
then
it
those
breaks,
slices of
breaks,
the
breaks,
fractals
breaks,
have
breaks, breaks, breaks.
these little tubes in it, right? Oh goodness! And then I really wonder what the structure, if it's just like maybe like liquid slosh on the insides of those little houses. Maybe it would be like that's where they contain the water. Maybe.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, what a beautiful universe we live in.
Dude.
The complexity of everything.
Dude, everything
Everything is
is
so complex.
ridiculously complex.
What
dude.
the? Nothing is like, oh, this is completely ordinary and simple to understand. No. No, no. Layers. What can take the man from the farm, but you can't take the farm from the,
The
man.
man, wow.
Oh, they're okay. I feel that. I feel I'm gonna have to adjust to that as well, definitely, and I'm trying to consciously do so. No neighbor gay. Auntie is also living on a farm.
Yeah, no, she has the best
You guys are South African, that we are. Thank you, Hans.
vehicle.
I wonder. I think that's maybe a motorcycle.
Yeah, it is a
actually.
motorcycle.
Just smoked the joint. It's not a holy right. Yes, it is, friend.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, it is. You're literally putting a plant chemical into your body
And yeah, dude.
consciously. It's not like you're mistakenly, oh, I'm eating berries in the world. Oh, oh, what's happening to me? No, you're doing it intentionally. So do it intentionally.
Dude, Jim in the ancient eras, what the survival.
Just like eating random shit in nature and like, huh. Don't eat that one.
Don't eat
that
that
one
one.
killed Joe. Shit.
The
Don't
learning.
Hey Anna, thank you for joining us, friend. Morning. Loving this intention-filled rotation. So much love to you, friend. Thank you for intending to be here in this moment, friend. Slow down and savor not only the joint but the experience with the friends. There's no rush. Thank
Mhm.
you, Eden. We call, shouldn't say we call them, but we have a name for the people that get like angsty about us not lighting the joint instantly or smoking the blunt instantly. And we call them the joint monkeys or the weed monkeys. You know, it's like these monkeys that are shaking the cages. Ah! Smoke the fucking joint! And they're like, hey, whoa! Chillax
It's
for a
like
second. Breathe. Lengthen the exhale. Pause. Inhale. Feel better? There we go. Good morning, Kayana. Melt for shouting out, friend. Thank you. I was so much love to you again, Kayana. Thank you for infinitely supporting more melting for everyone. Thank you for doing the same on B in this very moment. I appreciate it so much. Thank you for relaying the shout out, Boop. I hope you were having a wonderful day. Thank you, Kayana. I hope you too. How are you doing? Like, I actually got to show Johan this morning a photo that Jovan sent me from her kayak with this
Mhm.
beautiful scene. And I was like trying to explain, what Jovan is like going through with you as her friend. Like, it was the whole fractal of talking about you, Kayana. And
Yeah, dude, the picture's beautiful.
dude, I was like, bro,
kayaking one.
this scenery is just like a whole universe that Giovanna is putting herself in, and with this friend Kayana, and then imagining the same trip, right? We do the exact same things.
Dude.
Oh, love is true.
Yeah.
A trip out. Integrity is being trustworthy, no matter who sees it. Who?
I like.
That is beautiful.
I really, really like. Yeah.
Like I'm imagining, human behavior in that context.
In the sense of integrity.
Like especially, with the context of what we were talking about, and I was sharing a bit, like the car conversations today. With why things are the way they are.
I
Yeah.
agree, dude. I actually think that's very true. I think what happens, yo, bro, actually, I really like that because I think a big problem that happens is people start not trusting because they haven't been trusted. And thus, nobody trusts each other because nobody starts. And I haven't thought about it that way, but that makes a lot of sense for a lot of situations that people find themselves in because you feel like you need to protect yourself because you can't trust this person, and thus they feel the same way.
It's two sides of the same infinity.
Yeah.
Like you're generating you're creating your reality.
Indeed.
Oh goodness. It is a bit of a paradox though.
It is, but it's one you can break.
Mm.
It's one you can just be like, cool, I choose to stop.
That is true.
I will trust. And if it bites me in the ass, I will keep trusting because there's nothing else
Yeah,
to really
nobody
do.
can really take anything from you. Maybe financial loss, maybe time spent, but it's not about what you gained, it's about who you became.
Yeah. I read this thing where somebody said that it is not, people don't remember the wealth someone had, or the world doesn't remember the wealth someone had. Well, the world remembers names, and that's what you really have. You have the responsibility of upholding who you are and making sure that that is the best person you can possibly be to give to the world. Fucking trippy, dude.
And if you create from that perspective and you just choose to, try and be loving, dude. And it's yo, I think about the experience of just spending time with myself, and looking at a tree. Like I feel when you reach out and you actually try and spend some time with yourself, that is when things happen. Like complete coincidence, and I would even, with an infinity, ratios. What's the exact word I'm looking for? Possibilities.
Dude,
But you put yourself in that moment, and then you experience synchronicity.
see, for me, I think the universe works exactly the opposite way, and you can interpret it in the opposite way. Because the very fact that anything you plan works out is nuts. The
Yeah.
fact that we made it home today from the farm,
Like we moved a lot of distance. So.
dude, a lot of distance, cars. Obviously, cars aren't that dangerous, but the fact, well, cars are dangerous in a crash, but generally they're fine. But the fact that everyone worked together, the chaos of the universe, that there wasn't some tanker
There was
crash, there wasn't
some miraculous order.
Yeah, dude,
out of
all
chaos.
of it worked. That is truly the astounding part of this universe. The fact that you can plan and do something with it, and that things work out is more evidence to me that things are generally going to work out and go the direction you wanted to go, rather than wrong.
There is yet more hope, yet more possibility.
That is a lot.
Like we're not done, friends. Like, and I feel there's a very big consensus these days, dude. Oh, shit's wrecked.
You know,
It's right.
It's fine, dude.
It's done, I guess.
We're gonna just
Excuse me, done? Done? Done for what? Not, dude, not for a long time.
Dude, we have to fight, dude. Like the possibility of what this place can become is so massive.
What we as humanity can become.
Dude, what we could do if we just take this fucking ego and go, fuck, done. Let's calm down, let's think about this, let's talk about this, let's actually help. We could build a paradise, a proper paradise with infinite resources, no worries. But yeah, we fight.
We already have the resources.
Dude, it's just, and I think the problem is that most people think the same way we do, but the world has been built on the other side. And so to operate in this other world, you either need to change the world or you need to fall into the same line. And so people feel lost. And I think it's a big responsibility to start transitioning from the world that was created with greed and envy in mind to a more understanding, incorporated...
Personal empowerment.
Yeah, dude. And I think it's going to become easier the more accessible things are to people. And I mean the ability, if you're an artist, to put your art out there. If you're a musician, anything that you want
Access.
or do, you can give, and people will be like, that is so cool, let's do this.
You have
That is...
chosen to consciously create.
Dude, that is...
And being rewarded for that.
Yeah, dude, I think that's the big
And
thing.
I believe genuinely, like, in personal empowerment, like, not only are we going to become empowered, but as a result of that personal empowerment, we as a collective will realize that personal empowerment, the loop of every single person being the exact same consciousness. And then we're going to create a universal basic income, like, type of situation, where every single person has enough to live.
Dude, that's it.
Just
'Cause
enough.
the
It
thing
really
is-
isn't that hard to expect.
Bro,
And then, as you mentioned, right, like having with this platform, if we have universal basic income, that means every person is accounted for,
And-
so every person has access to this network.
Exactly, and everyone has the possibility of taking what they love because they're not grounded. And this is why people always get angry at me when I start the sentence by saying that I think it's really good to substitute low income work with robots, because it's not, humans do not need
it's
to be
already
doing
happening.
them,
Yeah,
dude.
it will happen.
It will happen,
And
but more to the point, it's not, we're so much more than just slave labor, dude. That's for the
Hands.
robots. We can build them done. The bigger problem is we need to get humanity and understand humanity not as slave labor, and thus we will have a platform for humans to sprout, from, something to build off
Yeah,
of, rather
like
than just
imagine what people would create
bro.
if they didn't have this
Everyone,
mindset of
my
I need to do this job. I'm scanning in receipts,
the whole
whatever,
day, and that's
whatever
the
it
only
is,
way I can
right? And I'm
sustain
not
myself,
making little
dude.
of that job because that person is in that fractal and can still be the expression of love in that moment. But I'm doing this because I have to. I have a family. I need to pay the mortgage on my house. No, 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 no. Fractals, 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 fractals. Instead of it being, oh, I have enough to live. Doof.
Done.
Just feel that. I have enough to live. What can you do?
How
What
can you
would you
help,
do?
dude?
What could we as a collective humanity do from that as our starting point? And it doesn't have to be today. It doesn't have to be in 10 years. It has to be eventually.
It needs to just be
In
eventually,
infinity.
but
And we are the place
we
where
need
it
to start.
starts.
Yeah.
We're literally actively in this moment creating that reality for our future generations. And
Dude, and
it's our
it's
responsibility.
yeah, and it's irresponsible to think it'll happen in our generation. That's not how things work.
It's gonna take a while.
It takes a while. So my reasoning for that is simply that if you have if you have ideas, you can only influence so many people,
Yeah.
and when, at a certain age, people stop really getting influenced by other people of their own age. They set their ideas are set, but who you can still influence is your kids, and those kids can influence other kids where kids are influenceable, and thus you get generational understanding because the kids then take it from them, and then maybe it changes, maybe it doesn't. But that is how things change. I don't say that, and in that, thus we need to use that way of actually progressing forward. Yo, dude,
Con-
I can't believe how good your eyesight is,
a,
man.
a concept in Star Trek where wealth, be it be survival or greed, is no longer the driving force, but instead the betterment of humanity. I am actively thanking the universe with my eyes. Thank you, eyes. I love you, touch, love you, love you. Thank you, eyes.
Dude.
I'm looking at the moon mostly. Like that's the thing that really calling my attention. Just this little sickle moon.
Dude,
Fair
that
enough.
like these things are the coolest fucking things in the world. Dude, like I always love the idea of think how complex it would be to this scene behind us to describe that with words or music or sounds, but in an instant, your eyes can do all that detail. Oh,
Dude.
dude.
That's a really good bacon. I'm like trying to imagine. Oh, and then there's this
There's this
sticky uppy bitty that
there's
has
a cactus.
sticky bits out of it.
It's like just
and then there are more sticky
bro.
bits, but then stickies out, and then it's
Dude.
green. and it's like, yeah, you're not really painting a
Get
picture.
full color, full instantly,
Oh, what a trip.
dude.
Hey, Lisa, thank you for joining us, friend. Love is another one of the topics that can be so full of complexity, but often boils down to simplicity. So much complexity, so much simplicity, so much to perceive, comprehend, and say, love, love is true. I feel within all of that infinite complexity, right? The love is true statement is the simplest it gets. And you're what a beautiful
Dude,
point
and
that is.
what's still interesting to me, I thought about this the other day, was that even greed is a form of love. Weirdly enough, but it is. It's the love of having more. So is it. Every one of the cardinal sins is the overlove of one portion of our existence. And so it still maintains the only thing that exists within the good and the bad. It's very, very cool.
It's activating the infinity mindset in my brain again, dude,
Dude.
where if you acknowledge that you are infinite, then that one thing of more you already are.
Mhm.
Like you cannot have more than infinity. I know that sounds very tempting.
Dude, we
please.
can't comprehend infinity. No,
Take
like
it at
we
infinity.
can say the word.
Exactly,
but
dude.
we cannot understand.
But-
Like we can fathom what the world was billions of trillions of trillions of trillions of trillions of trillions of trillions of years.
goodness.
But that means is a fraction of a percentage of infinity, and that is crazy, dude. Fucking nuts.
Multiple
dude.
universes, multiple dimensions, multiple spaces of reality,
Dude.
multiple instances of reality, in multiple times at the same time, all right now.
Dude. Craziest fucking world. Dude, I can't even believe that you can read that. Every time it comes up, I just see blood letters.
Perceive all as love.
Dude.
Communicate all in love. And in turn, we will all live in love.
Yep. I agree.
That is it. That is it, Jovan. Perceive all in love, communicate all in love, and we will all live in love.
Yep.
How could we not? You know what I notice, right? Like when I'm watching animal shows, and I'm noticing with those like ducks flying in the air right now. Like those dudes are straight up living existences.
Yeah,
right
dude,
now.
they're thinking.
They're like straight up homies, dude. They're flying together because they dig one another in a way, at least in a safety and numbers way. They might abandon one another if one of them gets lost. And in that way, I like again, it makes me think about things. And yet, they still have some sense of love for one another. And I mean, like, dude, this wild baby show on like Netflix, it's
Aw,
tripping me out, dude. It's
little
like
baby
baby
animals,
animals,
aw.
dude. And there is this baby monkey that its mom died, dude. And no one of the other, like, she's just too old to be like a baby, and there's a new baby in the tribe. So there's only affection for the new baby.
Aw.
And none, dude. Like, they don't touch her throughout the entire like start of the episode, and she's like straight up dying, dude. Like you can see in her heart and soul, like she gets close to the monkeys,
And no
begging,
one
begging just for like a
gives-
touch, dude, and like no acknowledgement, no I see you, dude, and my heart breaks, and then she like is like the first to brave like water to check if there's like lizards in the water, dude. Zoom, no acknowledgement. Then like yo, dude, like she's like she was basically the first one to check if the water is safe, and then warns
Aw.
them when actually like a Komodo lizard came along, like she gave like a warning
dude-
call, and they could all run away. So there's like this build of anticipation of like this monkey trying her best to earn the love, just to
Dude.
earn love instead of being loved, dude. And then there's this scene where there is actually this monkey that gives her love, holds her for a second, and in that moment, you know what's the first thing she does?
Tugs back.
She closes her eyes.
Oh, little buddy.
She closes her eyes for the first
Aw.
time.
Yeah. See, the thing is,
Like that wrecks me.
dude, the thing is, and then the problem that then comes in is how can you say that animal doesn't love less than we do?
Exactly, dude.
It's this weird thing, like you watch dogs and how much dogs love you, and you love them. It's, yeah, no, dude. This world is cray cray. It's really, really, really ridiculous.
It's a trip. It's a beautiful one though. Oh, Christian's the most gorgeous person. I'm just saying, he is.
Dude, I
Like,
know.
I
know.
so don't tell him I said this, right? But I made this joke with my mom where I was like, it's a shame I'm not gay. Because it's a shame me and Christian is not gay because it would have been so perfect, right? Like I really schmuck him as a person, but I don't schmuck him as a partner.
Dude.
So it was this, like my mom is like, oh guys, so thank you. I agree, he is very beautiful. I hope you're all having a great day.
We are, dude.
Such a beautiful day. Thank you. We're with one another. We get to share conversations. It's beautiful.
Mhm.
Endless depths of love. I'm loving this playful, friendly energy. I wonder where Christian just up
I
and
don't
left
know,
to.
dude. I don't know. I think
Not a word.
I think he felt bad that we were sitting away from his dad, so we went to go spend time.
Maybe. I also
Maybe.
thought that. That's the first place
That was,
my mind went.
dude, so I'm chilled.
I'm loving the added perspective and silliness. Thank you, Eden, for being here with us to experience it.
Yeah, dude.
Same. Also, living these sweet and spicy barbecue kettle cooked chips without Miles in my ear. Miles is like Bubby, her 6-year-old, 7-year-old.
No.
So she gets to actually like enjoy a snack as a person.
I
like a
just
little
all I
kid.
see is the memes of the
Right?
kid, like the mom walking with the chips into the bathroom, and the kid's just like knock, knock, knock. I want.
You have phones in your you have games on your phone.
Yeah, games on your-
You have
Oh,
games
dude,
on your
I-
phone.
I-
They're asking you
I'm-
chips.
Well done, well done for raising the kid. That's all I'm gonna say.
Mommy ducks will steal. Whoa! I think I've missed a
Yo,
few.
we missed a few.
It happens, dude. It happens even when I'm like streaming by myself. Certainly not easy at times, but worth having the perspective a millionfold. Yes, it is, friend. Thank you for sharing it with us as well. Greed can be put to good if it was diverted from its current path instead of selected few having great wealth. Imagine how much more all of the lives would have if our time was focused on what we love.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's
Dude,
it.
Martin Luther King's like person that he quotes as being his mentor has a line that says right after Kennedy made the speech about ask not what you can do, but ask what you could do for your country or something like that. He said, "Don't ask what you can do for your country. Ask what makes you come alive." Because what the world needs is more people that have come alive, and that is a beautiful quote to me.
Yeah, dude. We need people that want to be alive.
People that want to do things, not because someone tells them, not because they feel morally obligated, but because they love what they're experiencing.
What a trip, dude. Thank you for actually sharing that. Love, Savina. Yeah, you're so right, Johan. Mama ducks will steal baby ducks if the other parent duck isn't taking good enough care
That
of
is
them.
adorable.
Of course.
That is the
It's like-
cutest thing.
Like, I mean, I've seen this, like, the closest fractal that I have in my mind right now is this chicken that sees another chicken lay an egg, and it's just, like, laying about, dude. And it, like, walks up to the chicken, and it, like, kind of, like, pecks the chicken egg, underneath her. And then it like pecks her in her neck, dude.
It's like, what are you doing?
It like looked like assault, kind of. Where it was like, you stupid freaking chicken. Can't freaking leave the chicken eggs out of the freaking car. What are you doing?
Dude.
So like I can feel that from the ducks as well. Where like you can't treat kids like that. What's wrong with you? Like going down like whoosh. Kids getting a half drowned. You can't do that. No, my kids. Takes the kids away. Thank you for sharing that, Shofa. That's beautiful. We actually have, Isaac. I hope he's here. There's a friend that like really looks similar to you as well. I shared that photo.
Yeah, you did.
And he's been taking like beautiful care of this like duck mama
Aw.
and her little ducklings. So it's been this experience of like hearing about it as he tunes in. I rescued a kitty in 2016 who was stunned by her human family when they moved away. She became a street kitty, and all the kittens in the neighborhood shunned her and were so mean to her. Oh, that's horrible. That they like almost like get aggressive with her. I know cats have like whole hierarchies and like
Yeah, dude,
fighting
cats can be
systems.
big.
Like, they have like straight up
Dude, they're a
tears.
gang,
Yeah,
bro.
gangs and
They're a
tears, dude.
gang,
It's a whole trip. When she was rescued, she was afraid of love and affection. That's horrible.
Aw.
It's taken her years to get used to love, and even gives me little love nibbles and
No,
kicks. Oh, I'm
dude,
so happy that she opened up to you.
I
at least.
love cats.
It's crazy how the lack of love in a being's life can be so detrimental.
Dude,
it ruins life for
Dude,
them.
there's this video of this guy going to a pet store and buying, I don't remember which fish it is, but he buys, I'm sure I call it a goldfish. He buys a goldfish, and it looks like it's about to die. The pet owner told him he maybe has 2 weeks left to live, and so he took the fish home, thought that he's going to give him good care before he dies. Gives him a nice clean tank, nice swimming environment. 3 weeks later, the fish is brightly colored, it looks completely different, just swimming around completely fine. So the all
Actually
it
became
needed,
himself.
Dude, it became itself. It was actually willing to keep pushing through it because it didn't just give up because somebody didn't give up on it.
Yo,
Dude,
don't give up on people.
don't give up on people.
How's that for a thing worth saying? Where's my book? Where's my book?
It's gone, dude. It's in the car.
It's probably in the car, yeah. Paralyzed around. Wait a second, I think I've missed this one. The realization around our influence. This is all the reason why focusing on things in front of us is more important than anything else. There is certainly importance in those bigger and further away things, but our greatest power lies around the areas that we are most present. Here.
Yep.
You can only be present here. With what you have around you. Like that is a whole trip to me, dude.
The wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Look how many different colors.
You wanna see? I'll show you.
See, this is what we mean when I say, how do you explain that to in words?
Like every single one of them got toasted in a certain way.
Dude, where
And
brick.
yeah, like where the bricks were like stacked against one another, like more heat would flow or less heat would flow, and then that would like create a gradient, a little color. and some of them have some textures.
Yeah.
Why? I don't know.
Dude,
It's weird though.
everything is so cool.
It's complex.
It's super complex.
It's such a trip. All of it. Where are you guys from? Again, South African friend. To any of you who do not know. Toasty Malosty. Look at this beautiful nature. Look at it. Dude.
It's this beautiful nature.
Look at it. Like Toasty actually lives in Arizona, I believe. So he has more, succulent type plants than any one of us. You guys are so cute.
Oh,
Thank you,
dude,
Fran.
how's Arizona? I want to know.
Arizona boys. Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know what
I
you're
don't know what
talking
you're talking about.
Actually, you know, I have no idea what you're talking about. There's
Sounds like delusional
nothing
ramblings.
happening there. You're insane.
Love you, brother bear. Kool-Aid keeps an openly loving all intellectual divine entities. Yep. It's always time for
It's all.
That's
I love
very
the Kool-Aid.
creative.
Dude, I love the memes. Thank you so much.
Well,
dude.
it's like absolute superstar human beings, dude. How can we? I mean,
Dude,
I'm tripping out.
I love memes. I love it to death.
So much
bro.
love to you, man. Thank you. After the dispensary, do let us know, please, brother Toast. I'm thriving. So happy to get Toasty got a new job working in the dispensary.
Nice.
So like my first encouragement was like, teach people intention, please. Every single person needs to know that there is intention. And like it is such a trip, dude. Like him being able to be the expression of love in that space, dude. To all the people
It's just
there.
been like, listen, you gotta write something on
No,
the
no, no,
piece
that
of
doesn't have to
paper.
happen. Just smoke with an intention. Like that is all you have to do, right? Like so many times, I still find myself doing it. I'll smoke and I'll be like, why the hell did I just smoke weed? Why didn't I set an intention? I was like, there was no intention set. And I was like,
And you
that's
feel
why I
weird.
feel, yeah, I was like, that's why I feel this. That's why I'm questioning myself right now almost. Set intentions, Fred. Like you will.
For everything.
Exactly, for everything. It's just, you
All-
notice how intention
No,
setting
you're bringing,
influences you
you're
in that
bringing
way.
your consciousness to what you're doing by setting the intention because you're actively choosing rather than just flowing.
And it can be good to flow.
Yeah, it can. It's so weird. You're still flowing when you bring your attention to it because your thoughts are weirdly both yours and the outside world coalesce together to make what you have as a thought. So it'll always be within the flow, but it's instead of taking your mind and pushing it to like the forefront of time, you're bringing it to now and moving forward.
I unfortunately imagine that as an infinity symbol as well, too. It's where it's the what can be, and then what has been, and then you.
Yep.
And you can reflect on both sides, and you can trip out on which side you want to reflect into. Oh, the past and all of these things that have happened to me. Or all of the future, all of the things that I still can experience. And you can.
Dude.
And sometimes the world will convince you, oh, it's ass, huh? Oh, woe is you.
What was you, dude? Nihilism.
Oh, woe is me. Oh, Nietzsche, please. Please stop with your philosophies. Oh, right.
Dude, Nietzsche came at us. He was like, I'm sad.
It was
You're
like,
all
oh, yeah.
gonna be sad with
Oh, yeah.
me.
You think life is nice?
Uh,
How about this?
Oh, Nietzsche, what a dude.
Sorry, I didn't see this. My interview went well. Better than expected. Hoping to hear back
Nice.
Monday, whether I get the job or not.
You got this. I believe.
Yes.
You will.
Yes, you will, friend.
You will. It's
I
just
saw like a
already been
little.
decided.
I saw like a little plus with like almost flower petals coming off of them on the extremities. Sorry, I see this. My interview with Mel again, friend. Thank you for sharing with us. Yay, so glad. Melty has a motorbike zoom past them, and it's like, oh, strange sound. Me yesterday at a Lancaster bomber flies over, and I'm like, strange sound.
A strange
What
sound.
different worlds we live in. A Lancaster,
Why the
Lancaster
fuck-
bomber
Why
flying
did
over
the-
you.
Where are you?
Yes, of course, Ovina.
Bro.
Lancaster blommers,
Words,
flying blom.
dude.
I can't even imagine what those words mean, dude.
Lancaster bomber, like a like a jet or like a bomber airplane is my only guess. So
Like maybe she was like,
what do you mean? What do you mean?
I just don't imagine those things flying over people in like regular day-to-day world.
That's why I feel like it was a strange sighting.
What did you say? Strange sound. Yes. How did you know exactly what it is? Did you get to see it? Like, I'm so fascinated.
Dude, I'm also so fascinated. You
I'm
need
thinking,
to explain.
like, does it have bombs in it? I feel like that is like the most. It's a huge airplane. Thank you, Molly. Thank you for sharing with me. Unfortunately, I am not too caught up. Like, I'm pretty sure if my younger sibling was in this moment right now, he would be like, "Sick Lancaster bomber flyer over my header." I cannot even believe it. Oh no, that's pretty radical.
It's a pretty cool airplane.
My brother would 100% know what this thing is, probably, dude. I think he might have had a model of it even. It's a pretty radical thing.
Yep.
Thank you for sharing that. Savina Lancaster bomber, World War II flame.
Yeah.
Fly passed over many areas for celebration of the Queen in the UK. Oh, of course.
Yeah, I was wondering if you were in the UK. And I was like, why is there bombers in the UK? Did I miss something? What the fuck?
Yeah,
I'm
like-
very happy to hear I didn't miss something.
I feel like I'm still in a trip right now where we live in a world where people celebrate other people by flying planes over the UK who got bombed at a certain point in their existence, you know, and like hearing planes fly over you was like it was paired with extreme anxiety.
I'm like, oh my
Like,
god.
oh, we're gonna die.
Dude,
There,
it's like-
there are Lancaster bombers
Dude,
over
I
our
think-
heads right
I
now.
feel like the Lancaster bomber was the like UK side. of it.
Maybe that's how it's supposed to work, but still, please stop with the war. Stop with the Lancaster bombers. Please put them down. Put the machinery, the weapons of mass destruction. Please put them down. We need that. What a wonderful day, Japan. Thank you for being in this moment with us, friend.
Thank
So much love
you.
to you. I'm still doing it. Give and take my energy, still paying attention to it.
You'll be fine.
If you don't trust ourselves, we can't expect others to, in my opinion. Trusting yourself. I have not taken a sip of water this whole stream. And it's the first, I think, maybe even the first time during this entire time that I've done that, dude.
Oh,
And I'm tripping out about that as well. I'm like so thirsty.
And you're
And I'm
like,
trying
"Why
to
am
convince
I?"
myself. Look at that bird straight up listening to us right now.
Hey,
dude.
buddy.
He's so curious. Look at him looking at us.
Hello.
He's like, what is happening here?
What
right
is
now?"
happening? Hi, man.
There's some sort of thing going on here right now. I don't know what it is or what it means, but it is fascinating. You are fascinated, little bird.
You are.
You are creating this fractal right now. Yes. You. I'm speaking to you right now. The noises are coming straight at your ear holes. He's so freaking cute, dude. I hope I can show you. Let's see. He is paying attention to me, so I don't know if the movement's gonna spook him off. Ah, dang it. No.
No,
No.
he is gone.
What a little chat. He was like, nah, I don't want to be on camera. Thank you very much. I don't want to be part of this whole thing. I don't want to be associated. I was just paying attention.
Oh shit, they're gonna show.
He's back. Look at him. He's like, what's up? I'm talking about you
Dude,
again.
he's like, no,
What?
I can't let them
Talking
know.
schmack?
I'm not. Remember what they said at bird camp. We can't let them know. We
No.
can't show the internet.
I'm like, maybe like there's now someone somewhere in the infinity that's like, birds are drones.
And birds are.
And
drones.
probably, eventually, some birds will be drones, dude. And they probably will be doing exactly that. And there's gonna be a dude who's gonna trip the hell out. He's gonna be like, there is a government drone
looking
staring
at
us
me.
right now. Oh, shame, dude. That person one day. Chill out.
Chill
Calm
out,
down.
dude.
Have a good time.
Yo.
People will remember how you made them feel, not what they say.
Yeah. Actions speak louder than words.
Absolutely. Thank you, Infamous Sock. Her son's birthday was yesterday.
Happy birthday to your son.
Got to share some love with him. It was cool. Blessings, Jumpin' Jumanji. Thank you for joining us, friend. It's nice to have you here again. I'm a strange moo cow, weird noises. I'm just noticing today's title. Love it. Love you. Thank you. to be here with us, for being a part of this auntie. Made me look. Call to action. You got this.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, I'm like straight up spacing about what my title was. There is power in the many. Whoa!
There is.
Past self! How did you know that?
How did you know?
How did you know something so wise, past self? No way, dude. Past self doesn't know jack. Now I know everything. Now this moment. Now I'm informed. Dude, like we were talking, I've been talking about this with so many friends, how there is this trip where you're always looking back at your old self and being like, that dude didn't know jack.
No
He
shit.
don't know shit. But this version, whoa! Oh, I think my stream got yeeted on that side.
Oh.
The universe decided for us. It is time.
Did they cut it off after?
It
a while?
is time. No,
Oh.
no. Sometimes it just happens. And in this particular moment, it was time.
Well,
Thank you, friends,
thank you, friends.
for joining me. Like I'm gonna say hi, or at least bye, to you friends who are here immediately. Twin Reaper, y'all are beautifully toasted and beautiful. Oh yes, I feel more blaze from this joint than I felt in a long
Yo,
time.
dude, it's incredible.
Intention.
Intention.
I don't know,
what
like,
it is.
that's
yet.
the trip right now. There we go. You see, I knew it happened already. Usually I have like a little. I only know now, but now we had we had foresight, actual insight to the technological realm. Like, I'm curious as to see what this intention was to reference how much of an
Yeah.
influence it had.
Bye, everyone.
Sylvina and other friends, love to you. Thank you for joining me. Such a pleasure having you here. I look forward to seeing you friends again tomorrow. Not
Bye.
too far. Molly, Reddit stream stopped. Wonderful day. What a pleasure as usual. Usual.
Goodbye.
Thank you for joining us. It's always a pleasure having you here with us.
Enjoy the rest of your days.
Goodbye, everyone. Go and share love with someone. Make someone smile, please. Oh.
Yo, dude.